If you want to make changes in your life, just start with small little improvements. You don't have to do everything overnight. One of the Zig Ziglar quotes that really resonated with me as I started getting into self-development and self-improvement was, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. And it's kind of like the same as how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. You don't have to take massive steps to just start on the road of self-improvement, start living the life that you want. For me, when I was growing up in Wisconsin, I told you I was very much not focused on improving in any way, just getting by, not trying to better myself. I was always afraid that I didn't have what it takes. I was afraid that I would fail. I was afraid I didn't even really know what I was capable of. And honestly, if you ask yourself, like, are you giving the best that you can? I mean, I can't answer that for you, but for me, I know I'm probably, even still, after all the stuff that I've done to improve, I'm still probably only given about, 60, 70, 80% on a given day. Like, David Goggins says most people give about 40% of what they're actually capable of. So in order to start achieving these goals, I mean, first set goals, that's obviously important, but then just start taking small steps. It's not gonna be overnight. You just wanna compound your growth. I mean, it's easy as it sounds. I did just start by making my bed every morning. It was something that's easy to do. It gets you started on the right path right away. You feel good just getting something done, and then you work for other ways to improve yourself just daily. I wanted to become better at social skills. I didn't become better overnight. I just took small steps, saying hi to people at work, saying hi to people at the grocery store, trying to just talk to people who are at the cash register or at the restaurant, wherever I happened to be that day. It's very overwhelming if you try to just make these drastic changes overnight. You're gonna get in your head about it. For me, I felt in order to become the social guy that I always wanted, I didn't obviously know how. I didn't know how to start that. But then, once I did, if I would have thought about all it would have taken, I probably would have just overwhelmed myself and not even began to try. So it's important just to take small little steps. You'll improve gradually. I never thought I would end up living in Mexico, let alone traveling here again. What's up, guys? Excuse me. But I started taking small steps. I started setting goals of what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to travel. I knew I wanted to meet high-value people, and I started taking those steps. Once I got to Las Vegas, I started setting these goals. I started taking actions towards finding jobs that would allow me to work remote. When I was getting into dating, I started taking steps to gradually improve my social skills, learn what I can do on dates to make them more fun and engaging. Getting a lot of dating practice with online dating, I started learning how I could start getting better pictures, how I can start messaging better, and I didn't have to do it all overnight. I just was learning as I went along, kept making these small little changes, and I'm very happy with where I am now. I'm not nearly where I want to be, so I'm continuing to do that. So I take steps daily to accomplish my goals. I use a daily I keep track of daily tasks that I want to accomplish. So when I was growing up, we basically just ate, sugar cereal, fast food. Whatever we cooked was very just basic. So I never really got exposed to a lot of different foods. I never really ate healthy. So over the last few years, I've realized that I do feel better when I eat healthier. It's not something that I changed immediately overnight. I didn't just quit eating all the foods I ate and then, I was all of a sudden healthy. I started taking steps gradually. So now I make sure I eat eggs every day. I take my vitamins every day, and I keep track of that stuff. I make sure I've been trying new foods. I don't try a brand new dish that I've never tried, but I'll start incorporating little things like a new ingredient and just seeing if that's any good. As sad as it sounds, Most of the, like I barely have tried a lot of different foods. I just tried a red pepper for the first time like last weekend. It's 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 just something though that I want to work on. So I'm taking small little steps. You don't have to do everything overnight. It's not gonna just you're not just gonna change your life immediately. For me, when I was going after the divorce and I accepted what was happening, I knew I was gonna have to start changing. I didn't necessarily know how that was gonna take place because I didn't have a lot of people I could rely on or anyone I had to talk to. I felt very alone. But when I was listening to these audiobooks, Zig Ziglar, The Four Agreements, The Compound Effect, The Rational Male, No More Mr. Nice Guy, like these are all just things that I started to listen to gradually. I didn't have to learn everything overnight. I didn't have to change my entire personality. I just started implementing small little steps. Jordan Peter said something also very interesting, which I like, is what is something you can do that you would do that would make your life better today? And if you just focus on something like that, you don't have to overwhelm yourself. If you don't go to the gym, you don't have to all of a sudden go to the gym 5 days a week. But what's something that you could do if you're not working out? Maybe you could just go for a long walk twice a week. Maybe you could just go to the gym once a week and just start lifting a little bit of weight. It doesn't have to be all at once. It doesn't have to be overnight. I think that's how, I know for me, I got overwhelmed a lot when I was thinking about what it was going to take for me to improve, which is probably why I didn't take a lot of steps when I was married. I very much didn't want to try because I didn't want to fail. I thought failure was one of the things I was afraid of most. But in reality, I think I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to succeed. But now I understand that you're not failing if you're trying to get better. I wasn't failing by, doing social skills and getting blown out or not making friends that day. At least I was growing as a person. I was becoming better with every rep I took, every time I tried. And it's the same with these YouTube videos. For a long time, I was trying to be a perfectionist. I was supposed to start a channel 2 years ago. I made that first video. I'm sitting in a park just saying I'm gonna commit to doing these videos. It was not a good video. I never posted it. And then it took me, up until about 51 days ago to start being consistent. So I still have that fear of maybe not being good enough, failing, not getting the results that I wanted. And I just started learning more about how to post on YouTube. And the major consensus is you have to get started. You have to just keep posting to see what's working, to get better. So with every video that I make, I'm trying to get better and better, just little steps here and there. I don't need to have an amazing video the next day that's gonna blow me up. I just wanna give value. I wanna help everybody out. Hopefully you guys can learn from my story, because it was tough for me. I didn't know what I was doing after divorce, but because I kept trying to learn and improve, I ended up living a life that I'm really happy with. I lived in Mexico. I grew up in a small town in Wisconsin where, let's face it, a majority of the people I know are still there, or they're, living their average lives. I don't want to say average, but they're living their life. And it's not the life that I want. So I started taking steps to live a life that I want. I wanted to meet lots of different people. I wanted to travel. I wanted to live I want to live remote. I want to live wherever I want. I don't want to have to be bound to some city I don't want to live in. So I'm taking small steps every day to get there. It's getting kind of loud. I'm going to go back this way. So I'm taking steps daily to get there. Like I said, I have the checklist. I make sure I drink my apple cider vinegar in the morning. I meditate. I'm only doing like 5 minutes of meditation, but it's a start. I'm just improving a little bit here and there. I eat my eggs every day. I take my vitamins every day. I learn Spanish every day. I journal every day. Just small things that are improving me. And now I'm making YouTube videos every day. And now I'm watching videos every day to improve as much as I can with the videos. I still read my goals every day because I want to keep it on the forefront of my mind of what I'm aiming for. What am I trying to do? I was just drifting through life until I got divorced. Very easy. I guess I assumed that because I had made it with, I had a wife, I had my job, I was never gonna excel at my job. I kind of knew that because I didn't enjoy it. So that was my life. Very much a blur. Over 12 years, I couldn't tell you any major accomplishments. Besides graduating like college, but a lot of my day-to-day was very much just focused on numbing myself with TV, with video games, with terrible foods. And it's over the 7 years, I definitely could have improved more. I recognize that. There's a lot of backtracking, doing well with not drinking, not doing well with eating healthy foods. And if I had stuck with that, I would have reached my goals a lot faster. I probably would have been less distracted and been more successful in business. But you just learn as you go. I'm not gonna be hard on myself. That doesn't get me anywhere. You just gotta recognize where you are and make as many improvements as you can. So if you're going through, I know a lot of people on this channel, if you're going through divorce, maybe you're just stuck in life, maybe you're not in a great relationship, maybe everything's great, I don't know. But there's always more you can do, and you don't have to overwhelm yourself thinking it has to be done overnight. Just take an inventory of where you are, figure out where you want to go, make some small changes. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, and keep track of your progress. You'd be amazed on what you can do over, just a couple years, a couple months. Jordan Peterson also says, you have no idea what you could accomplish in 4 years if you started giving your best, if you started giving your all. That's why I feel pretty good about where I am. I'm happy that I've lived in Europe. I was able to live in Mexico. I've got a business now that I got running in Wisconsin, which allows me to have enough time to travel, to shoot videos, to help you guys. I just need to keep going. If I had stuck to everything that I know that I was capable of, if I had given 100% my best, I know I would be much farther along. That's why it's important to recognize that and to just keep making improvements. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting mental energy, beating yourself up with where you should be, where you ought to be. All this shoulds. Tony Robbins says you could should all over yourself. It doesn't really get you anywhere. Change your shoulds to musts. If you want a better life, just start taking small steps. So hopefully that helps you guys. I know if you're going through a divorce, it's very tough. I've been there. It broke me down for a couple months. I'm very happy I was able to get over it. Maybe not over it, but at least started making progress to just start living a better life that I wanted, and just becoming a better man in general. Had I been the man I was if I had been the man I am now during my marriage, things might have been way better. But I can't change the past. I'm grateful for where I am, grateful for everything that happened. I'm grateful that I've been able to learn all these lessons, and I hope that me sharing this stuff helps you guys out. I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go meet my really good friends that I met here in Mexico. These are friends that I never had growing up. I'm not saying that. I had great friends growing up as well. But after I got out of high school and I started, traveling, I was in Wisconsin, I was in Missouri, then I was back in Wisconsin. And I never met the kind of friends that I have here. They're from Canada, one's from South Africa. So they have different experiences with life. They don't have that small town experience like I did. But they also have business goals in mind. They have travel goals in mind. They're just very high value people. They're always looking to improve. They always push us to, everybody to be better. And you become the 5 people you surround yourself with most. So it's just great that I was able to meet these guys. It's people that you can just keep in contact everywhere. If you end up traveling to, say, if I go to Cape Town, South Africa, I know I can find a place to stay. I know he'll introduce me to new people. It's just crazy what can happen just by taking small changes. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be probably still working my 9 to 5 in small town Wisconsin. Had I not taken small steps, I started with making my bed. Had I not taken those steps and just, kind of just felt bad for myself. Oh, woe is me, she left me. I guess I'll just resent her and never really do anything to improve myself. And I still stayed in Wisconsin. I would be miserable. I would not like my life. I probably would have beat 100 different video games. Congratulations to me. But I never would have felt good about myself. I would have been underachieving, and I would not have made a good partner for the next person that came along or that I probably would have settled with. So if you're feeling that way, I hope this video helps you a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner. I'll show you, I'm making a video now, kind of a little compilation of places I like to go in Mexico. So I'll shoot that, go to dinner, maybe I'll go back to the beach at night. We'll see what happens. But thanks for joining. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I really want to help you guys out because I've been where you are. I know what it feels like to be divorced, to have nobody, to just know that you're underachieving. I mean, I still feel like I'm underachieving. I'm very happy with what I've been able to accomplish. But if I look deep down, I know for sure I'm capable of much more. I still waste time that I don't need to. I still distract myself a little bit too much. I still overindulge in foods and sugars and, there's just stuff you have to work on. And it's good, I recognize it, so I'm gonna start taking small steps to keep improving it. It's a never-ending journey. I mean, how would you want it any other way? Life would be boring if it was easy, right? So I'll leave it there for today. Enjoy your lovely, it's Wednesday now. Enjoy your Wednesday. You'll probably see this Thursday, so enjoy your Thursday. Yeah, cheers guys.